Yeah. Okay. Listen to me now. Listen to me. WWE Royal Rumble 2023 just ended minutes ago as of this recording. And my, oh my, some thoughts that I have. So many times we watch professional wrestling at its worst. Let's just be honest. Pretty frequently, unfortunately, sometimes we tune in to shows every week, especially as much wrestling as there is out there. We see bad storylines a lot of times, bad matches, bad character storytelling, all that stuff. Unfortunately, pretty frequently we see professional wrestling at its worst. But sometimes we see something on professional wrestling that is so great that it reminds us why we ever started watching in the first place. And this storyline in the main event angle of the Royal Rumble that they've been building to for months and months and months. I mean, this storyline probably started just shy of a year ago. And, you know, when Triple H started booking, I think it really started progressing then. But Sami Zayn's involvement with the Bloodline is just a storyline that, you know, most everybody over the last however many months has said, like, this storyline is great. It's awesome. It's wonderful. Most everybody has agreed with that. But where they took it tonight at the close of the show, I think solidifies this storyline with the long-term storytelling, the long-term booking, the character growth of pretty much everybody involved. I think this ranks up there as one of the best that I've ever seen. I'm 29. I've been watching wrestling for about 25 of those 29 years. And of course, I've gone back and watched stuff from even before I was born. This is one of the best storylines I think I've ever seen on wrestling. Kudos to everybody involved. Writers, bookers, the performers, A+ across the board. The match between Roman and Kevin Owens was good, but the post-match angle, goodness gracious. To see the fans that invested in the characters and the storyline, that's professional wrestling at its best. I mentioned earlier, so many times we see professional wrestling at its worst. Tonight, in that main event angle, we saw professional wrestling at its absolute best. The storytelling, everything, A+. And even down to the fact that, you know, Sami didn't come out there with the intention of turning on Roman and the Bloodline, but Roman pushed it to that point. This wasn't like some big conspiracy like they thought it was. Roman just pushed him too far. He was too out of his mind. He was too ludicrous that Sami couldn't participate anymore. Fantastic. Fantastic. He pushed Sami too far. Sami finally had to say, I'm not as vicious as you are. I'm sorry, I can't be a part of this. And the deal with Sami having the chair and having to, they work through it forever. Am I going to hit Owens? Am I going to hit Roman? You know, Roman kind of shoved him a little bit. Finally, Sami had enough, hits him with the chair, which was a brilliant callback to the split of the Shield nearly 9 years ago. When Seth Rollins turned on the Shield, how did he do it? He did it the same way Sami Zayn just did this. He hit him from behind with a chair. He hit Roman from behind with a chair. So that would explain why Roman would be extra angry about the way Sami did this and extra hurt by it, because I'm sensitive about getting hit in the back with a chair. I mean, Owens is handcuffed. He's laying there just lifeless. He's been super kicked a billion times. I mean, just he's gotten the daylights beat out of him. And now, you know, they're beating down Sami. Jey Uso, oh my gosh, the guy deserves every award that you can give him. He was the only one in the Bloodline that didn't like Sami, and now he's the only one in the Bloodline who does. He's heartbroken. He doesn't know how to feel. Tremendous. Tremendous. Roman telling Sami, he's like, you want to go back to doing the stuff with Knoxville, Johnny Knoxville. That's what you were doing before you joined in with us. Is that what you want? Like, just everything about it was absolute perfection. Here's the one thing for me that I'm like, bummer. Like many of you, the match that I want to see now is Roman Reigns and Sami Zayn. Not only do I want to see that match, I want to see that match at WrestleMania. I want to see that match on the biggest show of the year. Because that storyline is a WrestleMania-worthy storyline. It's one of the best. That match, that storyline deserves to be paid off at WrestleMania. And all due respect to Cody, who won the Royal Rumble tonight, the Men's Royal Rumble, all due respect. I'm glad to see Cody back. I love Cody. I just don't know how you get to Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes right now. Because people are so invested in this bloodline Sami Zayn thing. I don't know how you don't do Roman and Sami at WrestleMania. I just... And that was my concern going into this show tonight. Man, all due respect to Cody, but goodness. Can Cody have his time a little later? Because this feels like the storyline that we'd be... I don't know how you get Roman into something else. I don't know. I mean, maybe they somehow get one of the belts off of Roman so that Cody and somebody else can go feud over that, and then Roman and Sami. I don't know. But Sami and Owens versus the Usos at WrestleMania, that would be great. But, just Roman and Sami, that feels like big time WrestleMania right there. They finally have done such a good job with a storyline that deserves a WrestleMania payoff. I just don't want them to miss it. And listen, there's a few months between now and WrestleMania. They got time to come up with something. If, like I said, if they want to get one of the belts off of Roman, they can do that. But I'll say this, not only do I want to see Sami face Roman at WrestleMania, I think at this point, as great as all this is, I want to see Sami beat him. I think Sami needs to be the one to beat him. This storyline has been the center point of this company for like 6 months, at least. I think Sami needs to be the one. Roman's been the champion for like 15 years. Oh, like Sami beating him, I don't know, man. I don't know what they're going to do because Cody, I don't know how you work him into all this. I want to see Roman and Sami, and I don't just want to see it at some throwaway Elimination Chamber show next month. I want to see it at WrestleMania. Let me know what you think. As far as other stuff on the show, the Men's Rumble I thought was good. Leaned more on the regular talent instead of the surprises. I mean, they had Booker T and Edge and Logan Paul. I guess those guys were the real surprises. But I thought it was good. I liked the stuff with Lesnar and Lashley. I guess, I don't know if that's a WrestleMania match or not. I would love to see Lesnar and Gunther at WrestleMania. Gunther, what a performance from him tonight. Entered at number 1, nearly went all the way to the end. He's tremendous. And then Cody comes in at 30, wins the whole thing. My dog's got a toy out there, so I need to wrap this up. Hold on, bud. Cody wins the whole thing. We'll see where they go with that, like I mentioned. The pitch black match made me want to go glow bowling. It was not pitch black at all. It was neon. It was neon. And Uncle Howdy dove off the thing and totally missed. Yikes. Bianca Belair and Alexa Bliss was kind of nothing. Alexa's still going to turn evil, I guess. And then the Women's Rumble, I thought was good. I do miss the days when the NXT talent used to get like the biggest pops of anybody in the match. But times have changed. Rhea going from number 1. I like Rhea and Liv starting as the first 2 and being the last 2. It's good to see Asuka back. I love her new look. And Rhea winning was the right choice. I mean, she's the one girl who hasn't gotten a title shot in a long time, who feels like a fresh face in the title scene. So I like her winning. Probably liked the Men's Rumble a little better. The women's kind of first half was a little bit boring. But once Becky and some of the big time girls started coming in, it was good. Nia Jax, they botched her entrance. And then, of course, the main event, which I've already talked about. And now I can barely even speak. Royal Rumble 2023. Let me know your thoughts. Squeak Toy McGee back here doing his thing. Let me know your thoughts on the show tonight. I thought it was an overall good show, but that main event angle, chef's kiss, man. Tremendous. Roman, Owens, Zayn, Uso, Solo, Heyman, Triple H, everybody involved with that thing. Ooh, A+ all around. We'll remember this storyline for years and years to come. Thank you guys. Let me know what you thought of the Rumble. Bye, everybody.